Congratulations on the deal. Um, Curious, it sounded, when we talked to you after the season, you seemed pretty confident that a deal would get done. But I wondered how you felt as the hours wound down there and still no deal and free agency began. Were there any concerns at all on your part, or did you feel confident the whole time that you would end up getting a deal done here?
Yeah, a little bit of both. It was a stressful situation, not knowing where you're gonna end up and all that. But we didn't make it to July 1st. We actually signed a few days earlier, which made July 1st way easier for me. But no, I think it's part of the process, the business side of it. Of you never know what's gonna happen, and um, and for me, it was my first time becoming a free agent. So, yeah, I was stressed. I was nervous, but at the end of the day, I was very happy we made it back to Nashville.
Alex, do you want to try again?
Yes, sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, great. Hi, Alex. Congratulations on the extension. I actually wanted to find out is how much of the partnership that you had with Jeremy Lauzon last year played a part in wanting to keep going here. You guys had a really good thing going for a lot of the season and in the playoffs. How much was that a part of it? And did you talk to Jeremy at all about staying on for a few years?
Yeah, absolutely. We talked almost every day during the summer and after the season. So it obviously it was a huge part in coming back because I love playing with him. We're a really good friend off the ice, and having a steady partner is always something you look for. So yeah, it was one part that made me want to come back, but as well as the team we have, the season we had. The coaching staff, the vision they have for us to play. I was really excited to grow in that system, to grow with that team, and obviously the city of Nashville, the fans are amazing. So for me, it was a no brainer to come back. But yeah, all that adding up was a great place to play and a great place to get to my full potential.
To you, Nick.
Hey, Alex, it's Nick Keyser from 1025 The Game. Just quick question. So while agreeing
Sorry, Nick.
No, you're all good. I'll just start my question. Alex, just going through this again. Just when agreeing to your new deal, just how important was it hearing about the vision of this team moving forward? I know that on the radio you had kind of talked about how excited you were about adding Stamkos and Shea and Marchessault, but regarding the vision, just how vital was that in knowing before you signed?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a huge part of it. I love the way we play. I love the way Andrew wants us to play and get their D active with our legs and stuff like that. So I didn't know we were gonna make a big splash like that at free agency. I knew we were gonna add some guys, but I think it's super exciting, super motivating for guys like me. That you're getting closer to 30, so you're thinking, I don't know if I have longer, if I'm halfway through my career and stuff. So you want to win. So every time you add guys like that with experience like this, that one cups, it's super exciting.
Russell next.
Hey Alex, Russell Venozzi here with Nashville Hockey Now. Congrats on your deal there. I'm curious, Alex, as you were playing out this season, not knowing exactly what the future held, how did you sort of compartmentalize things and stay focused, even as there were trade rumors and extension talks and all that? How did you sort of still go out and play well?
Yeah, that was a challenge this year for sure. I think I've learned from the past though. Just my second year with the Preds, I was on a that was my last year of my contract, so I knew I had to resign. So I kind of struggled that year to finding a way to being the present and then not thinking about contract situation. This year was different because you added, the rumors, trade rumors at the trade deadline and all that stuff. It was definitely a challenge, but I've been working with a guy that's back in Montreal, a mental coach that I talk almost on a daily or weekly basis, and you kind of just you put everything in perspective. I'm really lucky to be playing hockey, and sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, but it's all stuff that you cannot control. So I was just trying to be in the present as much as I could. Meditation. I know Roman talks a lot about meditation, but I think we have a lot of guys that use it in the room. So I was doing that a lot and really trying to enjoy myself and being in the present. Yeah.
We'll go back to John.
Yeah, Alex, I know you touched on the free agent signings, but I wonder if you could expand on that a little bit. Just what, I guess maybe first of all, how surprised you were at the big signings, and what those additions will mean for the team, and should we, kind of raise expectations, I guess, for the Predators going into next season?
Yeah, I think it goes with when you sign big names like that. Obviously, everybody expects more from you, from the team. Last year I think people didn't see us in the playoffs, and we made it to the playoffs. So now I think expectation is going to be different. But as a competitor, as an athlete, that's what you want. You want people to expect big things, and you want to show up for those big moments, right? So I think the big names is will come with bigger expectation, but at the same time, as a player and athlete, that's what you want to do. So I think just for the summer, for myself, it just motivate me even more to be on top of my game when first day of training camp starts, and we can really continue to build what we were building last year on the first day.
And we'll go back to Alex Doherty.
Hey, Alex, so this is the biggest contract you've signed in the NHL so far. I'm curious if there's been a lingering, purchase that you've been wanting to make that now you feel like you can do with the money here. And then also, I'm just curious. I like that hat with the A on it. I'm curious about what that is. Does it stand for Alex? Because if so, I might need to get one of those.
Yeah, I'll get you one. It's a European company called Axel Arigato. I just like the design of it, but yeah, it works out pretty good with Alex. So I'll get you one if I find it again. I'll get you one. But what was the question again? Sorry, I got mixed up with the.
Oh, it was just if you had any big purchases that you were going to make once you signed this
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
contract.
Yeah, correct. No, not really. I mean, I'm a pretty conservative guy. I never bought fancy stuff and stuff like that. Hopefully, if we can buy a house in Nashville, that'd be great. Just to have a foundation there and build something. But other than that, I got a wedding this summer, and you all know this costs a lot of money. So I'm saving my money.
We'll go to Nick.
Yeah, Alex, I just wanted to follow up on something I'd asked you once the season wrapped up. Now, barring how much ice time you've actually had since we've last seen each other in person, just where do you feel like your game is at in terms of, you kind of talked about, getting back and retrieving loose pucks and watching yourself in that way. Just what are some facets to your game that you feel like you've improved possibly?
Yeah, I think the main thing for me this summer was, well, every summer it's about getting stronger and faster. When you get to a certain age, you don't really get that much faster, but your endurance can be better and all that. We talked at the end of the season, like you said, about breakouts. I want to be quicker on my edges, escapes more and stuff like that. So I've been working on that recently. And then another main thing I wanted to improve was my shot. And I've been working with a guy with my shot. I was actually on the ice earlier today, but yeah, I think main thing just to create more offense. I think I take a lot of pride in defending and playing big minutes against the top line on the other side. But if I can bring more offense with my shot, just having a mentality to shoot more and finding ways to create from the blue line, and so yeah, those things. Yeah, working on it.
Back to Russell.
Hey, Alex, I know a moment ago you talked about how having familiarity here in Nashville was a big part of played a big role in your decision to come back. I'm also curious about Coach Andrew Brunette coming in and what you thought of his system and how maybe your playing style is a good fit for that.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a huge part as well. I love his vision. I love how he wants us to have the puck and to make plays. He wants the defenseman to jump in the play, which I love doing as well. So yeah, it made a huge impact. I love playing for Bruno, and I think it's he played the game, so he understood the business part of it. So I think he wanted me to come back as well, and I was glad when he called me, and I was back. So yeah, I was super excited to be back here with him.
John?
Yeah, Alex, wondering just how much you know, I guess, about Brady Shea's game. Are you familiar with him, and what do you expect him to bring to the defensive core?
Yeah, we played a lot against Carolina, especially that COVID year. They were in the same division at us. I think he's a big body. He can skate. He's got a great shot. I think he's a really good two-way defenseman. I think you can see with its recent year, like just the amount of offensive he can bring to a team. So I don't know exactly how many goals he had last year, but I think it's close to 15. So I think we needed that as well, but I think it's a big asset for us, a big player. He's hard to play against. Great skater, big body, so it's unreal to have him.
And we'll do one more question for Alex, let him get back to his off season. So we'll go ahead with Nick. Nick, did you have one?
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Yeah, I think I accidentally lowered, but just wanted to follow up on something that you kind of touched on yesterday with Willie Donick and Derek Mason. So did you get stopped from going to visit with Jeremy Lauzon from the bachelor trip? Was it sort of an expectation to miss the trip, or just kind of walk us through that crazy day?
Yeah, so it was his bachelor trip that weekend, the free agency weekend. So I was supposed to go on the trip. I was in the group chat. I was, paying for all the stuff we were splitting and stuff. And I was really excited to go there. But I told him that same week, I was like, man, I haven't signed yet. I don't think I can, fly there and partying and make a decision from probably the biggest decision of my life. So he understood it. But obviously, when I signed, I think it was a Saturday. When I signed this Saturday, I called him immediately and he was really happy. So I guess it worked out that I stayed back because I went back to Nashville, so it was exciting.